I always thought the day my child was born would be the happiest day of my life. For 9 months, I stood by my wife Claire, through every craving, every late-night mood swing, every moment of anxiety. I painted the nursery sky blue with tiny white clouds, bought a rocking chair, and installed a little mobile above the crib. We didn't know the gender. Claire wanted it to be a surprise, and I couldn't have been more excited. I imagined the moment. Holding her hand, hearing the first cries, cutting the cord, and welcoming our baby into the world together. That's what I was waiting for, the pure joy of fatherhood. When the day came, Claire went into labor in the early hours of a rainy Tuesday morning. I rushed her to the hospital, heart pounding, hands trembling as I helped her into the delivery ward. She was in pain but kept squeezing my hand, whispering, "We're almost there, James. We're about to meet our baby." Those words carried me through every tense second. Hours passed, her screams echoing, doctors moving quickly, and finally, the baby arrived. The room erupted with the sound of tiny wails. My eyes flooded with tears. This is it, I thought. This is the moment my life changes forever. But when the nurse gently lifted the baby into view, my world shattered. The baby girl they placed in Claire's arms had dark brown skin. Claire and I were both white. There was no denying it, no explaining it away, no twisting reality to fit the dream I had been clinging to. The joy I had waited for was stolen from me in an instant, replaced by a hollow, suffocating pain. I stared in disbelief. My legs weakened, my hands shook. The doctor congratulated us, oblivious to the storm that had just ripped me apart. Claire avoided my eyes, clutching the baby as if the truth could be hidden behind a mother's embrace. I finally managed to choke out the words, my voice raw, trembling. "Whose baby is this, Claire?" Her lips quivered. She didn't answer. She couldn't. That silence was louder than any confession. I felt the walls closing in, the sound of the baby's cries cutting deep into me like knives. This wasn't just betrayal. It was the kind that destroyed a man's soul. For months, I had been dreaming of fatherhood, waiting for the joy of holding my child, only to be handed proof of my wife's deception. I staggered out of the room, my chest burning, my vision blurred. My mother, who had been waiting in the hall, stood up instantly. "James, is everything okay?" she asked, panic in her voice. I couldn't even form words. I just shook my head, and she rushed inside, leaving me standing there, broken. I sat in the cold hospital corridor, replaying everything in my head. Every late-night text Claire said was from work. Every girls' trip she insisted I didn't need to worry about. Every time she turned her phone away from me. I had ignored the signs, because I trusted her. I loved her. I believed in the family we were building. And now all of it felt like a cruel joke. Minutes turned into hours. Nurses walked by, families celebrated new births around me, but I was frozen in place, stuck in the ruins of my life. Claire finally came out of the room, holding the baby, her face streaked with tears. "James, please," she whispered. "I can explain." I cut her off. My voice was cold, sharp, unrecognizable even to me. "Explain? What is there to explain? You lied to me for 9 months. You let me believe this child was mine. You let me dream about a family with you, while knowing the truth." She sobbed, rocking the baby gently. "It was a mistake, James. A one-time mistake. It didn't mean anything. He doesn't mean anything. You're the man I love. You're the one I want to raise this baby with." Her words sickened me. A mistake? A one-time mistake that grew into 9 months of deception, into a living, breathing child? She wanted me to raise another man's baby, to play the fool while she covered her tracks? I shook my head, tears streaming down my face. "You didn't just betray me, Claire. You stole from me. You took away the most important moment of my life. The moment I thought I would become a father. And you replaced it with this nightmare." She reached out for me, desperate, but I stepped back. "Don't," I said firmly. "Don't touch me." The truth was final. There was no undoing it, no fixing it. Love couldn't survive betrayal of this magnitude. That night, I packed my things and left our home. I didn't wait for explanations, didn't listen to her pleas. I couldn't. The pain was too raw, the betrayal too deep. Weeks later, the divorce papers were filed. Friends and family tried to comfort me, But nothing could erase the memory of that moment in the delivery room. The joy that should have been mine, stolen forever. Sometimes late at night, I think about what could have been. About the life I dreamed of, the child I thought I'd hold, the future I imagined with Claire. And then I remember the truth, that trust once broken, can never be repaired. The birth that was supposed to mark the beginning of a beautiful chapter in my life, instead became the cruel reminder of the ultimate betrayal. And I carry that wound with me, every single day.